Welcome back to Protandim Nerve 2 updates, and so we'll talk a little bit about cataracts. Now, cataracts is a type of disorder. Ultraviolet rays go into the eye like that. There's a protein in there, starts to basically denature, starts to change, and then there's just kind of this glazing and kind of frosting type of effect like that. And there's, of course, there's surgery that can be done to take it out. So once again, it's expensive. We'll maybe talk another time about these special drops that have a particular type of amino acid that actually dissolves and reverses that. But as always, we want to try to prevent things from happening. We don't have the luxury anymore to fall apart, spend millions of dollars on people trying to patch them all together. I mean, the drug companies and the drug doctors make lots of money, but one, we don't have the money, and two, it's a tragic thing. I always go back to that classic study from the University of Utah. For every dollar spent for prevention, you save $16. That's a 1,600% return on your investment. Of course, that's never discussed on diabetes, cancer, heart attacks, all that. It's wait until you have problems, throw lots of drugs, do lots of invasive type of procedures that a lot of it doesn't have science, and then hope for the best. And we'll talk a little bit later on about statin drugs. Well, one of the factors that we've been talking about is this revolutionary type of compound called Protandim. It's a nerve 2 activator, which helps actually works on genes in your body to create antioxidants instead of having the direct type of antioxidants. You eat 2 cups of blueberries, that's direct, that's a 1-to-1 ratio versus activating catalase and superoxide dismutase, glutathione. These enzymes are able to produce 1 million type of, per second of these antioxidants, so it's a lot more effective. So, and we talked about Dr. McCord discovering this whole new realm called free radical biology, which back in the 60s was, once again, was not known, and now we know it's actually the dogma of current problems. So in this article here in Endocrinology and Metabolism 2000, lens, superoxide, dismutase, and catalase activities in diabetic cataracts. And what it says here, biochemical evidence suggests that oxidative damage of the lens proteins is involved with the genesis, the creation of cataracts. So this is actually what starts happening when you're very young. So if you take this, enable, as we've known from Dr. McCord's article on free radical biology, which is a drug journal, able to reduce your oxidative stress down to a baby, then you're going to really decrease the chances of having to spend billions of dollars on cataract surgery and the disabling factors like that. The decreased activities pointed in antioxidant capacity in the diabetic lenses, suggesting that implication that antioxidant enzymes in the genesis of diabetic cataracts can be prevented. And so that's well established again. This isn't some type of drawn out, something that I get in my dreams, or I talk to my friends down at the pub or something like that. Science once again. This is from the ophthalmology department from University of Minnesota. Once again, premier research centers. These are drug facilities. They're not into making herbs or putting different types of seaweeds and different mushrooms together like that. And what they state here in this article here that was published in Investigative Ophthalmology and Visual Science, May 1993, is that an inverse relationship, so it means just the opposite, was shown between residual activity of glutathione and cataract. Now, glutathione is one of those enzymes that Protandim increases by 300%. Glutathione is the master antioxidant. Inverse means the lower the glutathione, the more you're going to have cataracts. The higher glutathione, the lower you're going to have chances. So here's something, once again, one a day, very inexpensive, and as we've talked about, and we'll go through a series, has wide implications in terms of health and well-being. Let's see. Cataract formation selected with high oxidative stress. This was published in, where is this published? Somewhere. Well, from Duke University, small little university like that. It's a pretty premier place, and published in Experimental Eye Research, 2004. Because, and this is their quotation, drug doctors again, because oxidative stress is thought to be a major factor in cataract formation, period. So here's, once again, something that's able to reduce your oxidative stress even if you're 80 years old. If you recall Dr. McCord's research, in 30 days, 1 month, was able to take someone almost 80 years old and bring them back down to a child in 30 days. So that's the power implication of, once again. Now, my contention is that, if things were right, the monies that we could save here, this could be distributed around the world, because cataracts, unfortunately, in the rest of the world doesn't have the luxury of spending $20,000, $40,000 having cataract surgery. They go blind, so that's a nice kind of deal. But we, once again, we don't have the money either, but we, once again, we're going to require our grandkids to basically pay for our selfishness now. Oh, I want this, or I just had I was up at visiting a friend that had a small stroke, and right next was a guy, once again, Medicare, totally sick, like that, and I was just saying, I was just kind of joking with, who pays for your $10,000? Oh, I have Medicare. Well, you didn't pay for it. You paid 1/3 of that. Oh, well, I don't care. That's the kind of selfishness out there. And of course, then the drug doctors take advantage of it. They don't care either. They're charging $10,000. They're getting a $10,000 now a day like that, and putting it on IOU and a credit card. So our great grandkids are going to have to pay for the crap that one should never have had happen. So anyway, little comment there. So talk to you soon. Be happy.